class, this is going to be a really, really short podcast, and really the title of it is Parts of an Equation. So kind of the next little thing we're doing, the next couple of objectives, has to do with the chemical equation and eventually balancing a chemical equation. So equations have this format. We're going to have elements and compounds on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to put left. And they're going to turn into things on the right-hand side. Alright, so a couple things here. Things on the left are called reactants. They are the things that do the reacting. So again, they are called reactants. And things on the right, okay, are reaction produces something. So things on the right are called products. And in the middle we have this arrow. Okay, typically it points to the right. At the very end of the year, you're going to see arrows that kind of look like this. Alright, all that means it's a reversible reaction. But for the most part, what you're going to see the first part of the year is just an arrow pointing to the right. It kind of looks like this. And this typically just means yields, is the way we might say it. We might say it produces. So we might say, we'll just come up with one. We'll say hydrogen plus oxygen, and then I will say out loud yields, or I might say produces, but either way that means a little arrow, and hydrogen plus oxygen yields water. Okay, so again, reactants are on the left hand side, products are on the right hand side. Reactants are what react, products is what is produced. You have a yield sign. The other thing that you're going to see, which I want you to be just aware of, you don't have to do this if I ask you to do things, but typically after an element or a compound, there's going to be a set of parentheses. Alright? And there's several things that can be in the parentheses. This particular reaction, I'm going to say hydrogen and then oxygen. Those are both G's. And then water is going to be an L. It's a scripted L. And those mean something. Alright, so a couple things. G in parentheses means the state of matter is a gas. L is obviously a liquid. S, as our other main one, is a solid. And another one which is going to pop up a whole lot, our next unit actually, is AQ. And AQ means it is aqueous, or simply it is dissolved in water. Alright, so dissolved in water. So the way this might look is if we had this compound, NaCl, alright, that's sodium chloride, which is table salt, and if it had an AQ after it, that looks like an Ag, but if it had an AQ, that would be salt water, alright, as opposed to NaCl solid, which would be table salt. And if we melted it down, we could have NaCl liquid. It'll be really, really, really hard to make it a gas. Alright? But AQ is kind of the one that stands out that you haven't seen before, is aqueous, or if you want to pronounce it aqueous, but either way it means it's dissolved in water. That's it.